Bobby, this is not just, hey, we're going to sit a bunch of guys. This is literally in-game making maneuvers to tank, which is different than what we've seen in the past. So what did you make of the commissioner's comments?
Well, this is a serious issue, and I think it was the only question that was asked twice in his press conference in different parts of it. And I think what he just talked about, the ability to take away second-round picks, that's a lot different than fining a team $500,000 or $750,000 or even $1 million here. And then the other thing is that the league does not want to be in the position, George, to fine teams to pick apart when a player sits, when a player doesn't sit, coaches' rotations at the end of this game. As I said before, similar to like what we did with the All-Star game, change is coming here when we're looking at this lottery system and basically not incentivizing teams to lose to gain advantage in the draft.
Iman, what did you make of what Adam Silver had to say? What do you think from a player's perspective?
I mean, I understand what he's saying completely. I want to see a great game, too. I want to see guys play hard. If I was in the same position as an owner, I know if you have incentive on the other side of that where you can get a Wembanyama, you can get a Luka Doncic, why wouldn't you tank? So I definitely think they got to crack down on it. But from a player's perspective, I don't think I've ever been a part of a game where I wasn't playing to win. So whatever product they decide to put out there, that's what we roll with.
You've been, though, on some teams that have tanked, right?
Not tanked. I don't know if, honestly, I can't tell you if we were tanking or if we were just bad.
But the organization, well, but maybe the organizations were feeling that way. The players, to your point, don't.
Yeah, I was frustrated after that Knicks team when we went through it. I was frustrated. I went through it mentally.
To your point, this comes from the top, not the players. The players don't go out there wanting to play poorly. We're going out there to try to earn a contract, to show what we can do, what we got, play in front of our families, make them proud, and get buckets, right? So anytime they're on the floor, we want to play well and compete and win. The tanking or throwing games, wherever you want to say it, that comes from ownership or the coaching staff, right? So that's where they're trying to monitor. Either way, we got to find a way to stop rewarding losing.
Yep.
You know, we got to find a system. I don't know if we freeze frame records or have a lottery tournament or whatever it is to give higher statistics or higher percentages of getting a better pick in the lottery. But we got to find a way to try to limit this and stop it. But it sounds like, you know, Commissioner is trying to do all he can to have the discussions. You have all hands on deck and figure out. I hope they come with a better solution. Because right now, I mean, everything that he's done so far, he's cooked up pretty well.
Hey, the All-Star game was the first step.
In-season tournament.
Do your thing.
No doubt. It's working. All right, so, Bobby, let me ask you this. What would it take, like what would have to happen for them to go to the draft pick route of docking teams' draft picks?
Oh, I mean, listen, we've seen it before in the summer, George, when a team tampers with a free agent and you lose multiple, second-round picks. I haven't seen a first-round pick docked here, but I would think if the situation like what happened with Utah when you are resting players at the end of games, we haven't talked about Toronto a year ago. They did the same thing. Nobody mentions about Toronto here, but I do think when you're dealing with or altering how the game is played once it starts with your rotations, I think that's where you're looking at draft picks being docked here. I think teams are aware of this, though. I think there is a high alert among teams right now that the league has sent a warning shot. We'll see how it goes over the next, 25, 30 games, but it has caught the attention of certainly teams here.
Bobby, what do you make of what Giannis said there?
Yeah, listen, I think there is certainly a loyalty to this organization in Milwaukee here. And I think there's probably two ways to look at it here. There's the now and then there's the future. The now is him on the sidelines right now. When does he return? They've certainly got a jolt of youth with Cam Thomas and Ousmane Dieng. They're 5-1 in their last 6 games, but they're still outside of the play-in tournament here. And then I think the future. Listen, when you have a player like Giannis on your roster, you're year to year, you're trying to build a championship-level roster, and we'll see what happens this summer with him. As we've talked about at length, he's extension eligible in October. They've got potentially a lottery pick. They have 2 more firsts to go out and trade and shake up their roster here. And the truth will come if he's willing to extend for the 4th time in his career. And if he's willing to do that, then you can't fault him from a loyalty standpoint.
Well, I thought the interesting part, guys, was when he said, as of today, I'm committed to the Milwaukee Bucks.
I mean, he's very calculated in what he's saying. He knows what he's saying, but like Bobby said, Mr. Marks, it's day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month with him in Milwaukee, and they don't want to trade him. I wouldn't want to trade him either. So
he's the franchise. He's the business.
If you want to keep him, you got to go out in the market and find somebody that can keep him there. If I'm the Milwaukee Bucks, I'm monitoring what the Clippers are doing with the Kawhi situation. If you can get a player like Kawhi or something similar to that, that can keep Giannis home and then also build around that group to make it a contention in the East.
I can't agree with him more. If you can keep Giannis, you keep Giannis. But if they do have to come to a split, hey, job well done. Nobody's hanging their head over it. Y'all won. Y'all did what y'all was supposed to do. If Giannis got to get out of here and see some bright lights or get some better weather, hey, by all means.
Now, Bobby, do you believe that that's a real possibility, that he could still be there? Can they attract someone there with what they could potentially have in the summer to keep him there?
I do. I think certainly the summer is going to be the summer of Giannis, but I would pay attention to all those former All-Stars, current All-Stars who are extension eligible here, and the domino effect if whether that team does not extend or that player does not extend with that team. And certainly one of those, as you know, Danny and Iman mentioned, is Kawhi Leonard in Los Angeles, extension eligible for 2 years. He's going into the last year of his contract, and he is part of a group of 15 former All-Stars that potentially could be free agents in the summer of 2027. I think that is a storyline certainly to follow as far as who doesn't get extended and who does.
Back now to the All-Star game where Anthony Edwards was named MVP after scoring 32 points across the 3 games for Team Stars. Ant-Man received 10 of 14 votes for MVP from a panel of media and fan polling. Ant-Man lit up the All-Star Sunday, and they got our producers thinking about the best All-Star MVP performances. Let's check out the top of the top, brought to you by Intuit Credit Karma. Starting at number 5, Magic Johnson returns to basketball in 1992 for the first time since retiring due to his HIV diagnosis a year earlier, winning his second MVP with 25 points, 9 assists, eventually leading to Magic committing to the Dream Team later that year. Number 4, LeBron James won his 3rd MVP in 2018 with a game-high 28 points. This was his last All-Star game as a Cavalier in L.A. before joining the Lakers later that year.
He hit that fadeaway jumper for the game, right?
Yep.
LeBron James.
Number 3, Steph Curry was lighting it up in 2022, winning his first All-Star game MVP, scoring 50 points on 16 threes, the most three-point field goals made.
Did it go in?
In All-Star.
Did it go in?
Yes,
it did.
Yes, the narrator then says, yes, it did. Number 2, Kobe Bryant won his 4th All-Star game MVP in 2011 with a game-high 37 points with 14 boards.
Ooh,
Kobe's 4th
Still had it. Come here, Brian.
Kobe's 4th MVP, tied for the most All-Star MVPs. Hence the award being named after him now. Number 1, Michael Jordan had himself a weekend in '88, winning the iconic dunk contest and his first All-Star game MVP with 40 points.
Sometimes
Come fly with me.
Yep.
he is.
Please come fly with me.
Look at that. Just makes it so easy, too.
Wanna try to boast at what I look like. Keep them down, try to wear, I pull up all range. Jimmy with the heat, I'm on fire. It's NBA, ESPN.